partnership coaching video. My name is Madam Thanatos, and I will be your coach for this video. This is going to be, I think I'm going to title this video, The Biggest Reason Not to Do No Contact or Radio Silence, and 3 healthy things you can do instead. So let's start with the first one. The biggest reason not to do no contact or radio silence. Now, first of all, just a little explanation. If you get into any of the how to get your ex back videos, or what to do when a guy isn't giving you the attention or adoration that you want, things like that, one of the first things that most people suggest, and that our culture has unfortunately trained itself into doing, is to go no contact and or what's called radio silence, which basically means you're giving them the silent treatment. Now, that name in and of itself, the silent treatment, which is literally listed as a crazy-making tactic, that says a lot in itself as why not to do it. The funny thing is, the reason most people suggest it is to create that absence that makes the heart grow fonder, and the idea is that the other person will miss you and want to reach out, and then you allow space for things to heal, and in that space you work on your self-worth, and then when you lift no contact after a week or 2 weeks or 30 days or 60 days or whatever the person is recommending, that suddenly you'll be able to start over again. Now, that stuff is well and good if that's genuinely the energy that you are in when you do no contact. You're like, you know what? Say you reach out to them and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to talk to you for about a month so that we can reset and heal. That's a totally different thing than suddenly you're not talking to them, you're not available to them, you're not doing anything. Now, if you want to completely break off the relationship, you don't feel like this is your divine partner or anybody of significance, by all means, go no contact, be mad at them, whatever you want. However, you're going to be putting out that energy, which means you're going to attract that energy, and other people are going to do that to you. Karma. Now, that's the number one reason not to do that. As per law of attraction and karma and a whole lot of other spiritual, religious, and, well, just plain logical, just logic, if you are doing no contact, you are triggered, you're upset, you're hurt, you're sitting in your pain body, and it is a trauma response. You are often in a space where you're trying to hurt them and make them fear losing you and make them miss you, and you're causing them to be in a situation where they are extra anxious and having to deal with extra psychological trauma. And you never know, there might actually be an emergency that they might need you for, and because you have put yourself in this no contact space, you are not there and not available. And I mean, there's plenty of people that have been impacted by suicidal ideation during times like that. And while, yes, it is very wonderful when they see in the moments that they can heal themselves, it is also really horrible to not have anybody there for you in a moment like that, when you are already dealing with the stress and grief of separation or breakup and things like that. Now, if you think about that, if the energy that you're putting out is that I want to cause this person distress, this person that I love, I want to cause them distress, I want to make them want me, I want to make them miss me, I want to have them feel the burn of not having my presence in their life. If you're putting out that sort of energy, or even the energy of, you know what, I'm too good for this, I have strong walls and strong armor and strong boundaries, and I'm not going to put up with this behavior. Either of those. What the energy that you put out is the energy that you get back in this universe. So if you're wanting to cause them distress, you're wanting to cause them pain, which, one, they're going to reflect that, and it's going to backfire, and then you're going to be the one who you're both going to be hurting, because if you try to hurt them, you hurt yourself. That happens with all relationships, but is definitely characterized and heightened in the twin flame journey. Also, what kind of person are you being? You know, if you want to hurt them, you want to distress them because you don't feel adored enough, because you're not getting enough attention, because you got your feelings hurt, you want to hurt them, think about that. I mean, if you're totally good with being that kind of person, by all means. Okay? You know, if you like being that person, then go for it. Block them, chew them out, don't talk to them for several months. See where it gets you. See how good you feel after that. However, if you don't want to be that person, then here are three good reasons. Or, sorry, three healthy things you can do instead. Because there is definitely something to be said about withdrawing your energy and refocusing it elsewhere while they are doing their healing. But that's different than no contact. Don't ignore them. Don't be childish and do the silent treatment. Don't try to make them miss you or hurt because you're not there. However, do refocus. Work on your gardening. Get into exercising. Think about the kind of person that you want to be both inside and outside of relationships. Get into journaling. You know, yes, be a little bit busier, but don't necessarily be not available. Don't, you know, and number two, release that pain. Go through and figure out why you feel so triggered about it. Go through and figure out who it was that was the first person to hurt you or upset you in the way that your partner has done that made you angry enough that you guys separated or broke up or had this incredible fight. Whatever it is, go through and heal that. Get to a place to where it doesn't bother you, but you're also not like codependently or passive aggressively allowing it to happen, to where you have healthy, flexible boundaries, and that you are okay pulling away your energy when they are not acting divine, where you don't feel like I'm going to make them jealous or I'm going to not talk to them again for another month or whatever it is. Like when you no longer feel like you need to do that, things are going to come together a lot faster anyways. But it has to be genuine, and you have to do the work and do the healing. Otherwise, if you're just doing it to get them back, it's not going to work because you're not healed. And the third thing is really examine how you got to where you are and where you want to be, and start to picture how you want to be in union, and think about all the feedback that you got from them that a lot of us often cast it aside because we were mad about other things that happened, which can indicate that maybe you needed to be able to stand in your truth or not people please or not placate. Work on that, you know. Think about the things that you did in the relationship or have done in past relationships, especially if there's any patterns that you would like to heal, and work on that and really put your effort into it. And as you do that, you will naturally be able to enjoy other things. I'm going to give you a fourth one. Hang out with healthy friends. Be around people that exhibit this divine energy that you want to embody, and that are calm, that aren't vindictive, that don't encourage you to do things like no contact and stuff like that. Like the ones that help you process and work on these things. And as you do that, one, your interactions with your partner are going to be a lot healthier anyways. Two, you're not going to be as reactive, which is often why no contact gets pulled in. That's why so many people use it, because when we're feeling that reactive, we need to get ourselves out of the situation, and we want to pull our partners back in. So it's kind of like a little bit of a psychological warfare, and it is a crazy making tactic, and it's not necessary. But there's a great difference between I'm doing the silent treatment or no contact or radio silence to you, and I'm working on myself and enjoying these moments of space and learning to appreciate the moments that we do have together without holding an expectation. Like there's even in the way that you think and say it, there's such a different energy. Anyways, I'm running low on memory on my phone, so please let me know if you would like more detailed explanations or even a shorter explanation. I'm open to your feedback, so thank you for that and your subscribes and likes.